What's in store for India in the next few days? Australia come here. They are in South Africa at the moment. It will be a 3 ODI series. Remember, Australia troubled India a lot. The first ODI at Mohali, and clearly a much bigger challenge awaits. Australia are a force of a different kind, Harsha.
Yet Australia actually have a few issues facing them. A lot of key players are coming out of injury. So Australia will look at those 3 games again with dual objectives, saying, can we get Pat Cummins fit and firing? Can we get Mitch Starc fit and firing? Can Steve Smith come back and be fit and firing? Have we lost Travis Head? If we've lost Travis Head, then what? How does it go about? They've picked Matthew Short in that side, but clearly they're looking for someone to open and then get Labuschagne to play in the middle. I promise you, if you ask Marnus Labuschagne, do you want to open the batting? He'll say, last words, don't utter another word, I'm going out to bat. So those are the things that do they send Mitch Marsh up? Do they send Labuschagne at 4, Smith at 3? They're looking at those things. But basically, they're saying, can we get our bowling going? Ashton Agar has hardly played. Adam Zampa has been traumatized. When he hit 113 runs, can he get back? So I think Australia will be looking at those things. India will be saying, let's just get our performances. Can we get another Virat Kohli 100? Can we get a big Rohit Sharma innings?
What should India's risk appetite be in the series?
Not too much. I think they are at a position where they don't need to unnecessarily take any risk. I think what they need to be doing is they've put the base, which is in a good place, just slowly keep adding up to it and just get your confidence slowly but steadily up. Also, I think Australia are very much where India were before this Asia Cup. They don't know the exact 11, what their composition is. There's been way too many injuries, a lot of new players coming in. When I say new players, these are all experienced players who've been part of the team, but because of the long ashes and the break that they've had, they're all finding their way back. Maxwell has had an injury post what he's done in England. He's coming back as well. There's plenty of... It'll be a completely different team to the one that is playing today in South Africa. It'll be a very different team.
India's first World Cup game will be played on the 8th of October in Chennai versus Australia. The first ODI of this series is in Mohali. Does India go in with 3 pacers?
Mohali for sure, 3 pacers. It is a venue which aids fast bowling if there is a bit of grass, and if there is zero grass, it definitely doesn't help spinners still. It just comes onto the bat nicely. There will be a good amount of dew as well in the evening. So going with fast bowlers is the better option, and they will go back to the tried and tested Mr. Shardul Thakur golden arm, and he will be doing his bit because he's been a plus point as well. Whenever he's got the opportunity.
41 wickets, we just saw the numbers,
and he deserves this place in the team, and rightfully so as well.
Marsh and Warner at the top, it looks like, or as you said.
I'll just say one thing about Shardul Thakur before I go.
Sure.
And I've been guilty of it too. He got wickets, but there was an inside edge played on. There was, miscue out to mid wicket, and sometimes we undervalue a player, saying, "Yeah, maybe he got wickets like that." In 27 matches, he got 41 wickets. If you get 41 wickets in 27 matches, I don't care how you got those wickets, man. You got those wickets.
Yeah, most wickets in that.
So we underplay him a little bit.
And also, it's a 2-year period. It's not like a 3-month or a 2-month period. 2 years he's been performing for you. The man deserves his opportunity and is warranted a place in the side. It's just that he might not look as good as a Siraj on any given day, but he's effective in his own way. If you do look at how he gets his wickets, what has fascinated me is the number of inside edge or dragged on bowl that he gets. There is a method to it, I feel, because he has lack of bounce and the way he holds the seam of the ball. A lot of the times it bounces a little lesser than what it should. So you'll find a lot of drag-ons to him, which is, for me, I'm not saying he is able to predict that, but he definitely has a ball which bounces a little lesser than the normal bowler would, which is, I'm not saying a great skill, but which is a skill he has and he's used it to good effect.
From Australia's point of view, what's a more attractive opening lineup for you? Warner plus Marsh, or?
Most likely. Though I think Marsh has done so well at 3, but it's not the Australian thing to say, no, Marsh has done well at 3, let's find somebody else. DK thinks they'll push Marsh up. I wondered whether they push Labuschagne up, keep Marsh at 3, but do you think they'll push Marsh?
I have a feeling because he's done so well in the previous tour when he opened with Travis Head and he just took on the bowlers, it will be Warner and Marsh, followed by Smith, Labuschagne, Maxwell, Alex Carey and Stoinis. This will be their batting order most likely.
Assuming Pat Cummins and Mitchell Starc are fine and they are a part of the squad, who are your 5 bowlers?
They have to be, because otherwise Australia is not mounting a great challenge. I know Sean Abbott, Michael Neese, these are good bowlers, but these are not bowlers that you think, oh my God, how good can they be? They have to have Starc, and I think the idea behind them not playing in South Africa was to have Starc and Cummins ready. So at full go, they have a choice between playing either Stark, Cummins, Hazelwood, Stoinis, and spin of Maxwell and Zampa. Or if they think they'll get more out of Stoinis, a little bit of Mitch Marsh is not bowled recently, then they can play Ashton Agar and play only two of
Hazelwood and Stark.
Hazelwood, Stark, and Cummins. Two of those three. Yeah.
Zampa might be very low on confidence. He conceded 100 the other night, 111.
It's never a nice feeling, isn't it, to consider 113 runs in your 10 overs. It is hard work. But the man is so strong mentally. Today he got the ball and he made sure he got Henry Klaasen bowled. So he is one of those characters who has a bit of dogfight in him, and I like that about an Adam Zampa. Being a leg spinner is hard work in white ball cricket, and he is quietly been a bowler who has done consistently well for Australia. And the fact that he is picked in IPL when not many teams play a frontline spinner as a foreigner, if you're not a mystery spinner, and still him managing to play, is credit to him. And I think he's found a niche for himself in this Australian team. He's a very important cog in the wheel, and his control and confidence will determine how they control their middle overs actually.